And they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff for Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Takes it up past the 30-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The Falcon first down.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. The 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. But I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
John Hightower on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second down, Swift.
At the 40-yard line.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Here's a give to Dobbins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, the ball carrier.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Lines up and lets it go for... And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
4-yard loss on the play.
One more time with Dobbins. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Ball carrier brought down at the 2-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Falcons 7, Saints nothing.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Saints 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. After the penalty, it's Bell. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This returnable for Ayuk. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Bell, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 9.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it with Bell, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Open man run. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. C.D. Lamb, 33 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
Yeah, I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. They'll take this back down inside the 20. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. A good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Bell running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. CeeDee Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Saints 24, Falcons 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. Almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Bell. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll fire deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. C.D. Lamb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score is Saints 31, Falcons 14. Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself, how much of that is him with a great performance, and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Under a heavy surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
It's second down.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Falcons.
They go play action with Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether they expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Hurts. And he's intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. In this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and
another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now a pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll pitch it back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 4.
He takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jalen Hurts scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Saints 41, Falcons 14. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here, Lane. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to..."
Touchdown, Falcons! Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Falcons cut into that lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Falcons 20.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense,